nothing to do with the weekend. Forget City for
respect
now, yeah? Forget City, yeah.
Man's comparing Atalanta to Inter Milan. Have some shame in that itself. And second of all, yeah, we already know what City can do because we know what City are about.
This season, Atalanta have not been dead.
Yes, they have.
But
no, they haven't.
They've had
8 goals.
They have not been dead, bro.
Brother,
they're ninth.
Let me know what you created other than Sterling in the second half. Let me know.
Yeah, no, bro, we didn't create anything. Today was poor. You haven't got to tell me today was poor. I know today was poor.
You know what? It's been poor. You know what? It's been real. There comes a time and a place where you just have to try and tell yourself, maybe you're just a little bit overrated. You know them ones there.
Overrated. Ooh.
You know what?
Fine. But the numbers speak for themselves. It's not about me being overrated, me being underrated.
The best thing about you, man, is the defense, and the defense is carrying you. And you know what? If Mikel Pulis wants to go with that, fair enough.
Mikel Pulis is crazy. Paella Pulis.
Wait, because Rashford gets a brace against Barnsley and bags against Southampton, all of a sudden United are back. You know, it's United. And you've got.
We're not going to talk about United. We're not going to talk about United.
One second. Let me get this straight. I beat Tottenham and I drew to Atalanta away, and now I'm overrated.
No.
If I'd done that last season, I beat Tottenham 2-0 and I drew to Atalanta 2-2, say for example, you wouldn't say I'm boring.
I'll be honest.
You wouldn't say I'm boring. But because I'm so,
I don't think you're overrated. I just don't
it's
think
just
you're
cheeky, fam.
No. I, in Europe, away from home, I think you guys stink. I don't think you're that good away from home.
Yeah, we haven't went up both games away from home. That like the important ones, Bayern and obviously now Atalanta.
And Porto.
They've been poor.
Porto,
I don't think we was too bad in it.
For me, underwhelming in it. For me, underwhelming.
Yeah, I can agree.
But it's tomato in it. I haven't seen anything mad impressive. Just in general though, away from home, like
all season.
No. Arsenal's attack have been bland. Arsenal's attack's been bland this season, but Arsenal have one of the best defenses in Europe.
No, so, I think I would put it down. They probably have the best defense all around. I don't think no one's got a better defense. I'm gonna be real. But you know what? They play four centre backs and 2 DMs. I expect that. That should be the norm. That should be the norm. Because you know what? Yes, you do. Rice is apparently a 6/8. He's a DM, and then your other one is whoever partners him is a DM. You pay 2 DMs and 4 centre backs.
It was even Kaiser saying it was looking like haram ball with Partey and Rice.
Yeah, Montel, it will do though, because ultimately, Montel, our midfield was meant to be this season Rice, Marino, Odegaard. That was meant to be our midfield, but obviously Marino had his injury, and Rice and Odegaard has his injury now, so it's like that can't be our midfield. So we have to make do with what we have. You know what I'm saying? But Montel, I do think if we had Marino, Rice, and Odegaard, you would see the balance that we're looking for in the midfield. You wouldn't see it. Wouldn't seem so defensive because we're bringing on players like Jorginho. Wouldn't even make the pitch. Jorginho wouldn't make the pitch.
Jorginho should have started today. He should have started.
No, he shouldn't.
It's a patient game. It's a patient game. Look how
Casey, there were no legs needed in that midfield today. No legs were needed in the midfield today. No legs were needed today.
Bro, there was legs needed in the midfield, fam.
How about this?
Because if this guy got pressed, he ain't getting back. If Jorginho is the one to lose the ball high up the pitch, there's a hole. There is a hole. And it will be Rice trying to block like 2-3 man running at him. And then the defense, and it would have got long. Yeah, at least Rice or Partey when they lose the ball have the legs to get back.
Not Partey so much.
Partey was crap, bro. He was crap.
He was crap. He was.
All of them were crap, bro. Saliba and Raya, they were crap.
And you see this Martinelli thing, bro? It's got us. Like this Martinelli thing. Yeah. How many games? There needs
to be something. You know what it is with this Arsenal team. I agree with this part. We were saying it earlier. they need some sort of injection of some sort of excitement to get behind a little bit, even just like rawness from like a youth player. Like
this is why.
Wanyeri should have started. I said
no, but he's Montel. It's with Wanyeri, yeah. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you played him, say today, Montel, and we lost that marginally 1-0,
no one's going to be on him. 17.
No, but they would. Montel, they would. Why is Wanyeri starting? He's this, he's that. Like, you should have played Havertz. You should have played this guy, Jorginho, or whatever it might have been. You know what I'm saying?
But you're big Arsenal. Like, you shouldn't think about the mentality of thinking about potentially losing and all that kind of stuff. By the way, your camera's it's coming back. It's coming back. You know what it is for me? Yeah, I need to kind of work out like with this in it. Maybe this is just the game plan for hard away games, in it. That this might be it. Even with Odegaard or no Odegaard, this could be it. So you need to work out if that's the case and see what's happening at home. Because otherwise, either Arteta is tactically mad bland, or this is literally the game plan. The Atalanta away is not that. A point is not that sad. Yeah, it's not the worst case scenario, especially for what they got going on the weekend. But you know, like you need to, like I said, you need to average 5 wins, two draws, and 1 loss, pretty much to go through on all max. But otherwise, you've got an extra game. That's the average. You got Inter Milan away. I don't know who else you got. We got Girona. Is it Girona away as well? Like it's
PSG at home.
PSG at home, I think they'll wipe them. But bar that, it's just like, maybe I'm just annoyed because I watched such shit. Because that was the worst game all season that I've watched. All season. But for me, just from a viewer's perspective, even against Tottenham, there is no creativity. 0 without Odegaard in the team. And and the tactical flexibility of the creative side of it is like, where do you find it from? How do you switch things up? Do you do the Atletico Madrid and just low block it, counter attack, or whatever the case may be? But what I've learned from these European teams that are actually good in the Champions League, regardless, them man have got heart. They're willing to run back and get back into shape real quick.
Just quickly, do you think this is a case of like, cool? Someone in the chat, someone super chatted during the watch along. We've sussed out Arsenal with this current team without Odegaard. Just don't give them a corner. And bro, like, what am I being rude by saying that? Like genuinely, in terms of the creativity of what we've seen, this is why I'm advocating for Wanyeri. I'm not saying he's the next Messi, bro. What I am saying is that sometimes
I disagree with that one,
rather than Arteta moving Havertz into the midfield, which we know doesn't work, by the way. We know it doesn't work.
It's too slow.
But he's taken Havertz out of position. He's put Jesus up top. And for me, sometimes I think you have to keep it simple and just play players in their position. I think Wanyeri should have started and Havertz should have stayed up top. Because the minute Havertz went up top, Human had nearly pretty much a 1-on-1. First one of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think us talking about Atletico is a disservice to them. What we saw, like genuinely, what we saw from Arsenal was nothing in the midfield. It was literally Raya trying to kick the ball long to the channels and see what comes out, see what happens. Atalanta were comfortably better than Arsenal today. Comfortably. They didn't batter you, but they were just comfortably better than you.
Yeah.
And that's not be happening.